Hi everyone, welcome to PastorKims Corner. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, show your girl some love. All of these things are free. We're getting ready to get into the word this morning. I'm starting in Galatians chapter 5. Right after the word, we're going straight into the video, so stay here with me. All right, Galatians chapter 5, verses 22. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22, and it reads, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, which is patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against all such things there is no law. Those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking, and envying each other." Oh boy, I keep hearing those scriptures about provoking and envying each other. The fruit of the Spirit, we want to practice that. That's how we walk in the Spirit. We don't walk in the Spirit by speaking in tongues, by falling out on the floor, by, oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. No, we walk in the Spirit by showing unconditional love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's how we practice walking in the Spirit. Somebody say hallelujah. Y'all have a good Friday, okay? A blessed Friday and a purpose-filled life. You know I love you. Stay tuned for the video. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to PastorKims Corner. And today is Friday. I'm going to do this quick video. I talked last week about talking about YouTube, so I figured I would devote Fridays to just maybe having a couple of little conversations about YouTube, okay? And the phrase for today is search engine optimization. Now, shout out to all the people that, do videos about YouTube. I watch a lot of videos about YouTube. What I do is I like to go into the backstory, the details of what makes the engine run, okay? I'm just that type of person. I mean, the analytics of it, the math of it, that's what I like to do. I'm going to briefly talk about the search engine optimization. So we do know that Google is owned by YouTube, first of all, and Google is the #1 search engine on the web, period, okay? So what that means is when somebody wants to search for some information, they type it into Google. Okay, we've been doing that for years. I remember when Yahoo was #1 and Google started just showing up, try Google. And, I was like, what is Google? That's not even a word. It doesn't even sound right. And then the next thing you know, I started using Google, and now here it is. It pushed AOL out of the way. It pushed Yahoo out of the way. And so now if anybody wants to know anything, they type it into Google. It got rid of our dictionaries, our encyclopedias. I mean, you have Wikipedia if you want to find out about a word, a place, a person, place, a thing, anything, okay? You can look it up online. It is the #1 global search engine, period, okay? Now, guess who the #2 search engine is? Drum roll. YouTube. Okay, YouTube is the #2 search engine globally. Okay, so what sort of happened was, and I've heard the backstory about how YouTube came about. Don't know if it's true or not. Someone wanted to send somebody some pictures, and their email couldn't hold the picture, so they created a website and sent it through there, okay, called YouTube, and thus YouTube was formed. And you can look up the history and let me know if that's true, because it started with a person and then the person sold it and blah blah blah. But anyway, what happens is, if I just want to read something, know about some information real quick, I'll Google it. If I want a video of how to do something or what something is all about, then I'll go to YouTube. Prior to me being a content creator, that's what I use YouTube for. When my kids kept saying, "Mom, you need a YouTube channel, you need a YouTube channel, you gotta get you a channel." I was like, well, I know about YouTube. I don't need a channel. I just, if I need some information and I need a visual, then I go over there. And that's what YouTube it is a visual of information that people want. Now, of course, it's used for millions and millions and millions of other things. There's small TV channels, there are mini TVs, mini series, there's vlogging, there's education, anything and everything. When I taught, I used to look up YouTube videos to help my students, okay? And there were some great YouTube videos out there, not just of other people teaching, but cartoons and things like that to help students understand some of the content. So that's what YouTube is. It's a gigantic search engine. So the question is, what are people searching for? Okay? And what are people searching for within the YouTube community? What are people searching for outside of the YouTube community? So take B-Love, for example. When she started her channel, it was a cooking show. It's a cooking channel, okay? People might have wanted to know, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? That's why around Thanksgiving, all of the Thanksgiving videos, how do you make collard greens? How do you make cornbread? Blah, blah, blah. All those videos go up. Their viewing goes up because people want to know how to make something. So when B-Love had her cooking show, and then she found out about mukbangs, and mukbangs were popular and trending, not so much in the US, but other places, it put her on the map. It put her in the algorithm because people wanted to know about mukbangs. Okay, so they would look for mukbang, seafood mukbang, any kind of mukbang, dessert mukbang, all of that. People were looking for mukbangs, and it definitely put her on the map. So the question is, each time we create a video, what aspects of that video are people looking for? Okay? So that's where your search engine optimization comes from. And say, for instance, your title. There's two ways you can evaluate your title when you've created a video. But if you're picking a title for your video, you want to optimize the search, meaning that you want to create a title that's going to put you high up in the algorithm in case someone searches for that, okay? So when people make their titles very personal, it's probably not likely that somebody's going to search for, Tabitha's whatever, if Tabitha isn't already popular, okay? Of course, we know one of our hashtags should, of course, be the name of our channel, because sometimes if people are looking for something, or if somebody definitely knows you, then they'll look for your channel. If you say, well, I did a how to make sweet potato pie, and they say, okay, and if they Google it, if they search for it on YouTube, they get all these videos and you don't pop up. And so then they'll have to know your name for you to pop up. Or if your name becomes more and more popular, then it'll pop up because, of course, more than one channel could have a very similar name. So for your search engine optimization, you want to create a title that's popular in terms of what people would likely search for about the video, okay? So That's why when you vlogging is good, but you have to build that relationship with people because they're watching your channel because they like you. They're not necessarily searching for something that you're doing. They just like you, and so they want to vlog. They want to watch your channel as you vlog your daily life, okay? Say you put in a title, how to make smoothies. Okay, when you put in that title, how to make smoothies, well, let me tell you what I do. Now, I have TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is awesome, but you don't need TubeBuddy to get the best title for your video search engine optimization. So prior to TubeBuddy, I would open another window, type in my title, how to make smoothies, and see what pops up. Okay, and I'll have to show you this if you need a visual, because I'm a very visual person, but I'll have to show you this another time. But so you would open up another YouTube window and type in how to make smoothies. Then you'll see all of the first like 10 or 15 videos or whatever that come up. Then you would look at those videos and check out the years and the number of views. So for example, if it was 6 years ago and it has 1 million views, I will go to the next one. You need something like within a year and it has a whole lot of views, you know, like 50,000 views 9 months ago. So when you look at that, this video had 50,000 views 9 months ago, I'm going to immediately look at their title, okay? And if their title says how to make strawberry smoothies, how to make whatever kind of smoothies, and then it also has what I eat in a day or something like that, then you want to capture as much of that title as you can. If your smoothie is a pineapple smoothie, then of course you put how to make pineapple smoothies, what I eat in a day. You just make sure that your title is searchable, okay? The difference with the difference with TubeBuddy is it shows you the competitiveness of your title. Okay, so it'll show you how many times people search for it on average and how competitive. It'll tell you how competitive it is. It'll tell you whether it's a poor title, a good title, a fair title, or an excellent title. And it'll tell you why. So this, of course, can take a lot of time and energy. But if you want your videos to be higher up in the search engine and more searchable, then you have to pattern them after the title, after videos that are very similar to what you're doing. So blah, 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 blah. I hope that makes sense about the search engine optimization. You want to get, no matter how good the video is, you want to make sure that it's searchable, okay? You want to make sure that your video has a title that's competitive with what people are searching for. And so I don't want to give any titles that probably people aren't searching for. But I actually went back and changed a lot of my titles. How to is a popular, but it's popular saturated. And so you might have to change it to how to make the best, you know, and those are the types of things you have to search for to see, you know, where that comes up in the search engine when you put that into YouTube. So the biggest takeaway that I want you to have here today is create titles that you think people would randomly search for, okay? Create a title. If I was watching this video and you're not a vlogger, if you're a vlogger, that's different, because vlogging, people are literally following you based on the relationship that they've developed with you. But if you're not a vlogger per se, then what would somebody search for if they were watching my video? And that's what you want to create for your title. Okay? Woo! That was a mouthful. Sometimes we have several little mini subtitles. I've got daily word of the day, verse of the day. Okay, that's something that people would search for. They would search for verse of the day. And they also might search for Aldi's grocery haul. Aldi's grocery haul 2022. Okay? And then hashtag what I eat in a day. Okay, so all of those things are high on the search engine optimization road. So I just kind of wanted to share some of that with you, and I hope it sheds some light on search engine optimization. Guys, enjoy your Friday. Have a blessed day and a purpose-filled life, and you know that I love you with that agape love.